Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Brian Altano. I'm here with Jose Otero.
Hello, what's going on?
Jose, you just played Mario Party 10 the other day, right?
I did, yes.
So tell me about this game. It's coming out when?
March 20th. It's a Wii U exclusive title. It is using up to 5 players, depending on the mode that you play. So I was able to play around with 2 modes. First one was Bowser Party, which they showed off at E3 initially. These are the mini games that sort of one player, the player on the GamePad, is actually playing as Bowser, and then everyone else who has a Wii remote is playing as the different characters in that game. So either Mario,
This
Luigi,
is a brand new mode.
This is a brand new mode, and it's some of the coolest multiplayer competitive stuff using the GamePad versus controller I think they've done since Nintendo Land. Like,
oh, really?
Remember when Nintendo Land came out? That was kind of a thing, and those mini games were fun. They were just multiplayer focused.
Yep.
This is that kind of brought back, but with the Mario Party trimmings and all that stuff. So one example, like there was one game called Firebar Fury where like you would hold the player with the gamepad would hold it horizontal, and you would see all 4 players on your screen, and you're basically sliding it back and forth to move 2 fire bars, trying to burn them.
It's evil.
So
Pure
all
evil.
of the mini games are pure evil. They are basically like if Bowser had a dream where he wins. This is sort of the fantasy. Like one of them is.
Oh, this is his like sick power fantasy.
Yeah, he's like spinning a hamster wheel. All 4 players are on it, but he can stop it at any time. And there are hazards on the wheel that either shock you or hit you. So there's cool stuff like that. There's one where he's chasing you up a tower. I think it's called Clawful Climb. And you're pressing ZL and ZR. And you're tapping them multiple times, but the idea is to build up energy to grab the next point on the tower and chase after 4 characters. So it's a lot of fun. I feel like a lot of that gamepad versus controller stuff has kind of gone dark for a while. Like,
it really did, yeah. You're totally right in that we saw a lot of it with Nintendo Land. We've seen some stuff here and there, but a lot of third parties aren't really utilizing it as best as maybe they could. And even Nintendo themselves have been sort of like, here's our games in HD, here's Pikmin, here's Wind Waker, and stuff like that.
Exactly, or there's been more of a co-op focus, whereas the competitive stuff I think is really fun, and it kind of fits the whole mini game vibe of Mario Party. So I think it's a really smart place for that to be.
So this is the 10th Mario Party, right? And a lot of people would probably think there's some sort of fatigue that comes with this, but it sounds like they're actually implementing a lot of new ideas.
So this is the first Mario Party, to my knowledge, that Nintendo is developing themselves in a while.
Oh, so
and
not
I think
Hudson.
a big part of that was not Hudson, not a third party, and I think the big reason for that is actually this thing right on the table. So it uses Amiibo, and I got to play with that too. Yeah, so if you listen to a podcast that Brian and I are on, we talk about these things endlessly. But
Nintendo voice chat.
Yeah, but if you're playing with Amiibo, this is actually it seems to be a cool mode, but it's a lot more straightforward than I thought it would be.
Really?
So first of all, you can't unlock, like the mode is on your menu select screen, but you can't unlock it unless you have one of these.
Oh, so you need a key to get in the city,
You need the
basically.
key just to get in, then when you're in, each Amiibo that's compatible with it seems, will unlock a themed board. So each board is sort of like, let's take this table, for example. It's split up into 4 quadrants, and even though they're all the same theme, you could actually swap pieces out for other theme boards that you have. So let's say we're on the Mario board, but I don't like the lower quadrant. I want to swap in a Rosalina section instead, or a Princess Peach section.
Okay.
I can pull that from another board and put that there instead.
Using an Amiibo?
Yeah, as long as you've unlocked the board,
as long as you found a Rosalina Amiibo.
That too.
At 6 o'clock in the morning at
Good
Target.
luck. Yeah, good luck. Good luck, shoppers.
Camp out.
You can totally configure it, and then when you start playing, it's a straightforward path. There are no secret sort of ins and outs. It's a lot more like the first Mario Party, where it's more like a board game, a straightforward board game than one that has like alternate routes and all that stuff. There's still warp pipes and stuff, but we're not talking about like the elaborate like trappings of like a standard Mario Party kind of thing.
Right.
But so the way the Amiibo work out is actually really cool. So every Amiibo that you bring to this party, you can basically put a token on it, right? That's going to be what gets saved on here. And during play, you pull your token depending on the conditions. So for example, one token I had early on, because I was playing as Yoshi, was it was sort of a 5 dice roll token. And so at any time I can pop that as long as it was my turn. And so to roll, I had to grab the Amiibo, put it on the gamepad, hold it there, so all the dice are spinning on the gamepad, and then when I remove it, those dice would roll. So it's a lot more involved. Like, it feels like there was a conscious effort to kind of make this feel like a piece of a real board game. The only thing is there is no real board game in front of you, right? It's still all digital and it's on your TV.
So you're sort of there with like the physical game piece, but you're not there with the physical game.
Yeah, you're not moving it along the board, but it is cute to watch like on the board itself that pieces get knocked over by the dice and things like that. There's little touches like that that kind of simulate that stuff. But here's where things get cool. So the tokens each have different properties. One that was really cool that I saw was a P-Wing, where let's say the next minigame loads and you're like, oh, I'm terrible at this minigame, I don't want to do it. You can equip a token that will let you reselect the minigame. Like,
sweet.
I don't want to do this. Denied, and you can Matumbo that joint, like right there.
Good, that's how I feel about a lot of the minigames.
Yeah, not at my Mario Party house.
So just to wrap things up, does this feel like a quicker moving sort of Mario Party? Like, I know that some of my concerns with some of the old ones is that they were kind of slow to drag through.
Yeah, so the one thing I can't say right now is how the straightforward Mario Party mode works, because I haven't played it. I got to play the Bowser Party stuff and the minigames there, and I got to play the Amiibo Party stuff, and that board, like I said, is a lot more straightforward, and it felt a lot quicker. It didn't feel like it was sort of the half-hour, 45-minute investment. Like, that's the reason why people don't like to play Monopoly sometimes, right? It's just, you're gonna be here forever, so I don't want to do this right now.
Yeah, and there's actually like a speed version of Monopoly, which is like gets a lot of people in the door and out to the part where they're arguing with their loved ones.
So I can't 100% say that they've cleaned that up, or the sort of miraculous snatching victory from someone who really works hard towards it. But I will say what I saw there felt faster paced than I had seen before, but it was only a taste. So we're still kind of, the jury's out on that for the moment. But everything that I did see so far, I was having a really good time with. So, you know, ultimately, I mean, between now and March 20th, hopefully we see it again, and hopefully we'll be able to say more.
Awesome, cool. Well, thanks, Jose. Guys, that's Mario Party 10. It's coming out March 20th. We're going to review it. We're going to play it more. Probably do videos in the office where we fight with each other playing it. It's going to get angry.
Definitely a live stream.
It's a board game, so there's going to be a few arguments. It's just the way it happens.
For sure.
Bring your Amiibos. Go camp out at Target. Get your Rosalinas. Whatever you need to do. That's Mario Party 10. We're going to be playing it more and more. For all things Nintendo and Mario Party, keep it locked right here to IGN.